welcome back to Real Talk with your girl, Natoya Perkins. I just want you to go ahead and subscribe to my channel if this is your first time visiting. At the end, I want you to like if you like this video and go ahead, share and comment at the end of this video. And I'm excited to have Raising Kings 876, another YouTuber. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Natoya.
Our Men and Women Different Part 2 with Raising King 876. Do men and women work the same hours based on our introduction of women
Right,
and
so
men?
what I've actually funnily learned was that men are actually designed to work longer hours than women.
Hmm.
Based on nature and even from a biblical perspective, men can actually withstand certain type of pressures to actually just consistently work for a longer period of time.
Right.
Most women, when they're in that frame of mind, they after a while they get unhappy, they get emotional, they get very moody, and this is not even if I was to bring data to the fore, which I'm gonna work on. Yeah, I operate like an anthropologist or a behavioral scientist because have studied some psychology myself, and I understand how women and men are different in terms of working.
Right.
Like, it's not that women can't work as long as men, because they do. But
Mm-hmm.
based on the behavioral tendencies, what I've observed is that women get more masculine the longer they work. And
Right.
they
Right.
kind of shed a bit of their feminine side, their feminine
Mm-hmm.
energy, in order to get the job done. And
Right.
that in itself, as much as it's good when a woman can work long hours or earn more money, it's not going to attract a high value or high earning man.
Man, okay. Why is that? Why is that? Explain the psychology part to that.
The psychology part is that most confident men that I've coached or I've worked with, it's like they don't want women making more money than them. So that's from
Oh.
that psychological standpoint, is like they feel as though it's going to emasculate them if a woman is making more money than them. Call the shots in some kind of way to them. Tendency of human beings, whoever get
Right,
the more
right.
money, have the more talk.
Mm-hmm. But let me ask you this now. I know we strain from our the questions I have here, but yes, you're going to feel emasculating. But from a woman's perspective, who love the man and
Right.
you both are in love. What about the togetherness? Is it don't men think about that we are thinking whether or not we make who is making the most money? Isn't it that we are working together for a particular goal? And wouldn't you also say that maybe then the couple did not or do not have a goal at the end, because you have to come together to make a goal? So it doesn't matter who is making more money, the money is going towards that goal.
Yeah, that's a
So,
very good question. That's a very good
right.
question, because in coupling up, or the the relationship becoming an actual relationship, persons needed to have discussed this from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna feel bad because my confidence is at a certain level that my
Right.
woman is making more money than me, because I know my value and my worth from the get go.
Right.
And I'm not like some men or most men that use their material gains to win over women. I actually use my charm and my personality and my work ethic to attract women. I
Right.
actually don't lead with my material or financial gain
Things
or
right.
accomplishment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if you're building a relationship, you're a team, or you're becoming one. The man and woman needed to have had that discussion to not have that level of insecurity.
Mm-hmm.
However, sometimes, because men are emotional like women, they don't discuss how they feel. They don't discuss how that makes them feel. And that's why the woman is at a crossroads, because if you don't tell the woman, how is she gonna know?
Exactly.
So some men they mess up in that area where they don't communicate their
Kate.
feelings.
Oh Lord, yes. Go ahead.
You can't blame the woman for behaving a particular way
Way.
because
Right.
she's doing what she needs to do to get the relationship going or the lives going. Worst if them even
Right.
have a kid together or a child together.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to teach men to always focus on the purpose
Mm-hmm.
because the purpose is going to naturally make you masculine and attractive to a
Right.
woman.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to make everything kind of have a flow of
Flow.
a
Right.
togetherness that whether or not whoever making more money or working certain hours, I've seen couples work together.
Right.
I've
And
seen them coexist.
women like that. Well, most women, I don't want to say all women because some women want to do their own thing. But
Yeah.
most women like when they're working together with their partner, they feel loved, they feel cared for, the affection is there. And a lot of times we find as females that the males they separate the emotion. I mean, you have to tap into that. If you know which we're going to talk about later on, if you know what your partner needs, you have to make that effort and sacrifice, even though that's not what you do. Yeah.
I wouldn't fully say that men are not emotional. Men are emotional.
Maybe I said it,
They
but
just don't.
what I'm trying to say is that they don't tap into. I think I did say that they don't tap
Right.
into that
Right.
emotional part of most of them. They kind of try to separate it.
They
Yeah.
do, and I'll tell you a secret. That's why women like bad boys because bad boys understand how emotions work.
Mm.
Bad boys are able. Let me explain how women are attracted to bad
Right.
boys. Bad boys allow women to be moved to a particular emotion, whether it's anger, frustration, or sadness.
Mm-hmm.
Bad boys are able to manipulate women and their emotions.
Mm.
That's why women tend to gravitate towards bad boys in such a particular way. A lot of people don't understand that dynamic, but
Explain a little bit more.
I can explain it. Like when you're able to show that you don't care about the situation, a woman is going to ask and wonder and even try to burst her brain why this man don't care about me the way I want him to care about me. Like he would just come home, eating food, hear some good sex, and just leave or just go to sleep. The type of emotion she wants is, you know, after they have sex, maybe they cuddle and
Cuddle
they
and stuff, right?
have a nice time. Bad boys are generally unemotional men. They
Right.
don't like to show their emotions because they're always working towards a particular goal or a mission. And this is what I try to teach men to always be on a purpose.
Right.
Bad boys are competing with themselves and other men in the streets.
Yeah.
That's
But
how bad boys operate.
why would a woman? Because I'm not that type of person. So I
It's
just
a
want to
psychological
ask,
thing.
because
It's
you
a
have
psychological thing.
it's a psychological thing
It's
for
a
women
psychological thing.
to
Yeah.
be out there saying that I want somebody who's going to treat me like toxic, thing like that.
Because
I'm
if you look at
confused.
it, women are emotional, are more emotional. Most women are
Mm-hmm.
more emotional. So it's like they have all these emotions struggling with. And when somebody comes and doesn't show a certain level of emotions, he's very rigid or calm and cool and collected. They're going to tend to gravitate to that person who has his emotions under control. Or if he's getting overly angry, she's going to want to bring her emotions down and find out what's wrong with him. So I mean, this is from experience because I've kind of treaded a line of a bad boy once. I almost went over to that dark side,
Mm.
but I came back over to work more with God because it wasn't pleasant who I was becoming.
Yeah. So tell us
You know,
why. Why were you going there? What
many
was your
reasons trigger for me because I mean the reality is that nice guys finish last. That's just a fact.
Mm.
And I was almost killed 6 times now.
Wow.
So I've been through a lot of challenging experiences, and it was like when I almost joined the U.S. military, when I
Mm,
tried to migrate, I just got tired of being, walked over, overlooked. I was building
mm,
my company for what, 9 years now. I wasn't getting the financial support.
right,
So I just kind of cut that side of me of just being a nice person. I just became very aggressive, very disrespectful, and I just did not care. And
right.
what's the weird part? I got more women when I was that way. The more disgusting I became, the more of an a-hole I was,
Mm,
the more women gravitated towards me. Because
wow.
you see, women like men who are a certain strength. Women
Right.
like men who are going
Some
somewhere.
women.
Some
Let's
women.
not go. Yeah.
Let's not. All right. Let's be politically correct. Some
Yes.
women like men who are winners or who seem to be going somewhere. When a man behaves a particular way, like he does not care, a woman wants to find out why does he not care. So
Yeah.
it's very
It's
mind-boggling. It's very
yeah.
mind-boggling. But
Yeah.
I know why women like bad boys, because I've lived the life for a while.
Right. Join us next week for How Are Men and Women Different, Part 3. See you next time on Real Talk with Natoya Perkins.